Oh. Hi, my name is Al-Amirul Shafiq bin Sufian.
Hi, my name is Evee, Erisca, Jenius.
And hi, my name is Darius.
And hi, my name is Florence Anderson.
My name is Remington, Anak, Reagan.
And welcome to our channel. Okay, please enjoy.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Teaching Insights. If you're an ESL educator or just someone who's passionate about teaching English as second language, this episode is for you. Today we're diving into some common challenges in ESL classroom and how we can address them to create a more effective and inclusive learning environment. We recently analyzed through instructional videos that shed light on recurring issues in ESL classrooms. Let's break them down and explore how we can tackle these obstacles together. First, let's talk about translation in classroom. While it can be a helpful tool, over-relying on translation can actually hinder students' ability. What do you guys think?
So for that part, I view that translation is a very important thing when it comes to teaching, because especially in context of Malaysia, where our native language is not English, of course it's not our first language, but then if it's used in excessive amounts, for example, even explaining some basic things, for example chairs and tables and stuff, so if you tend to rely on this kind of thing too much as a teacher, it would be kind of making the students become over-reliant onto the concept of translation. So the first thought when people ask about things, they would think about the translation that they have in mind instead of having an idea of an initial idea in English. So this would affect their proficiency as well as their overall grasp on English vocabulary. So that is my opinion on the use of translation.
Okay, yes, I agree with you. So, what's the solution? Instead of translation, teachers can use methods like synonyms, context clues, and action-based learning. This helps students rely less on their native language and more on understanding English in real time. What do you guys think about the solution for this method?
So, I'll answer that. Yeah, I'll answer that then.
Go on. Okay.
So, my view on the solution for this particular problem would be to decrease the amount of the use of translation within classrooms. For example, it is, of course, a very important thing, but then don't use it too much. So within the video, we can see that the teacher even used translation to make sure that the students understand him to even the most basic of instructions. For example, he asked the students about what is the action shown on the slides, and then there's already a picture over there, picture alert, someone coughing. So you don't have to have the translation in there. So basically, just make sure that the depiction over there is very accurate, showing the accurate action, not just including another translation over there. It's so redundant. So for me, just decrease the amount of translation and prepare a better depiction of what you're trying to say.
Yes, exactly. So two explanation, one hurt, right guys? So visual aids also one of the obstacles that ESL teachers encounter. So what do you guys think?
Okay, I'll answer to that. By the way, hello everyone. Welcome to our podcast. So hello May and everyone. So based on my observation in ESL videos, we take a look on video 2 especially. So in video 2 that I saw is that the teacher used the lack of visual aids in his teaching. Okay, so as we all know, visual aid is important for us to imagine things and in order for us to make connection to what we learn. So for example, in the set induction, I noticed that the teacher during the set induction he gave an overview for his students, which is he gave a scenario. He said that okay, once he saw that a motorcycle rider fall into a pothole. So as a student myself, I also doesn't know what the pothole means. So in order to solve that, he should use visual aid, which is pictures that shows pothole. So that therefore the students can make the connections to what they're going to learn. So furthermore, in the video, it also states that the teacher are teaching about formal letter. Okay, so moving towards the fourth lesson, he showed the example of formal letter, and as I can see in the video, it was just a plain white paper. So therefore, sorry for that. So therefore, I think for me, if I'm the student, I will not be able to understand, and of course, I just do it without any genuine in my heart. I just do it because the teacher asked me to do it. So therefore, in order to solve that, the teacher must incorporate some, colors or anything in order to captivate the students. So for me, as teacher, we should not go by book only. We shouldn't go just standing there lecture our students. We should think creatively, use visual aid in our teaching. I think that's my answer for your questions.
Yeah, I agree. So the key is balance, right?
I would like to add more points to that regarding visual aids. I think the use of visual aids in teaching and learning is quite useful in facilitating and also make teaching more engaging and fun. However, how the teacher use the visual aids itself actually affect the teaching and learning itself. For example, if we take a look at the video one, we can see that the slides that are used in the activity itself is quite cramped, because in only one slide there are too many pictures, and also there are texts written on the same slide. So I think for me as a viewer itself, I find it a little bit overwhelmed and also very cramped. So I think for some students it can make them feel overwhelmed by the look of the slide itself and can make them hinder from participating in the activity. So for me, how to address this issue is make it less cramped. For example, if on the slide there are more than 4 pictures, then use maybe 2 to 4 pictures only. So it can make it looks more how can we say, neat and also simple, and it doesn't make the students hinder their focus from seeing the slide itself, and it can make them feel more comfortable to join in the activity. So I think that's also important.
Yes, exactly. Neat presentation is important for students to study better, right?
Yeah.
So now here's the question for you. How often do you use students' names during class discussion? If you're like the teacher in the second video, the answer might be not enough. Avoiding individual interaction can make students feel invisible and impacting their confidence and participation. Like back in my home 5 days, not all of my teachers, but some of them shows favoritism. So like only the students in front of them, the teacher only called their name. So the students at the back of the class, they feel invisible, making them demotivated studying. So what is your take on that?
I agree with your point. However, it's important for teachers to use the student's name when they want to elicit their student ideas, because using student's name is the only way for teachers to connect with their students, and this also can motivate them to participate actively in the discussion. So in my opinion, for the teachers to make the student actively participate in the classroom discussion, the teachers need to learn the students' name and familiarize their names, so that the student feels more eager to share their points So that is my take on the using students' name in classroom.
Okay, that's that. So calling students' name is such a simple yet a powerful way to build rapport to encourage engagement in classroom. It makes the classroom feel more personal and shows students that your contributions matter. Okay, so to recap, use of translation sparingly and try alternative methods. And the second one, keep visual aids balanced and neither too overwhelming nor too sparse. So thirdly, use students' names to foster engagement and confidence. And by addressing these challenges, we can create ESL classroom that not only more effective but also more engaging and supportive for our students. So thanks for tuning in to Teaching Insights. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to subscribe and share it with fellow educators. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.